Today we're going to spend time on the last part of chapter 7, which is total payout model. So far we talked about dividends, right? Dividend discount model. We use only dividend. But today we're going to add share repurchase. So we're going to use total payout rather than just dividend payout. Okay? The calculation is very straightforward. You need only 4 steps. Yeah, 4. That's it. Okay, when if firms make excess cash, they can pay out either as dividends or the share repurchase. The share repurchase reduce dividends, but reduce number of shareholders. So eventually, what the earning per share reduce, and dividend per share. Oh no, opposite, right? Yeah. Earning per share increases, and the dividend per share also increases. So same, the similar actually outcomes. Oh, both of those are actually total payout. Total payout includes both. Yeah, not just dividends, but. Okay, the last example, 7.6. And number of shares, 217 million shares. And the company expects the earnings, the end of this, not semester, but this year is $860 million. And the company decided to make payout, total payout, 50%. So 50% of total earnings, right? Expected earnings. So how much is total payout in dollar amount? Just half of this, right? The total, yes, right, 430 million. That's the total payout. Actually, you don't need to actually distinguish. Is it dividend payout or repurchase? So we need actually total payout, dollar amount, 430. Oh, we already calculate. That's actually what? First step, right? First step is total earnings times payout ratio, 50%. Yeah, that's number one, total payout. Yeah, total payout is $430 million. That's the first step. Straightforward. Yeah, what's the difference between this and now? When we talk about dividend payout ratio, we use dividend to what? Not total amount of dividend, but dividend per share, right? At the time, dividend per share, D sub 1, and D sub 1 is growing, like $2. Let's say growth rate is 5%, then what? To $2.10, and so on and so forth, right? Like this. Dividend is growing. So at this time, we talked about dividend per share, right? In this case, total payout. In this case, dividend payout per share. In this case, total payout. What's the second step? And at that time, how did we calculate the stock price? At the time, D sub 1 over R when dividend is not growing, right? If a dividend is growing, and minus 1, yes, R minus G. Yeah. So each dividend per share. Right? So what is this? What did we calculate? Why we use this formula? This formula means what? This formula reflects our dividend is growing perpetually, right? This cash flow is what? Growing perpetually. growing perpetuity. So this is the present value of growing perpetuity. I'm going to write down. This is present value of growing perpetuity. That's the stock price, individual stock price per share. Present value of growing perpetuity of dividend. Dividend per share. What about this case? So that's the individual concept of this is individual dividend, individual now aggregate, total. So second step is same as before, present value of all the future payouts. In this case, the future value of the individual dividends, growing perpetuity, forever. In this case, present value of all the future payouts. So what's the concept of this? Present value of all the future payouts, all the cash flows. What is this? Present value of all the future cash flows. The term we used before in chapter 2.
Annuity?
What's the present value? This is what? Piece of one is stock price, right? Stock price is a present value of all the future cash flows you're going to receive in the future, right? And what's the goal of business? What's the goal of corporation?
Making money.
No, not that way. That's actually answered before you take this class. Okay? I'm sorry, but it's good to actually mention.
Well, that's the present value.
What's the goal of finance? What's the goal of corporation?
Maximize the profit.
Maximize, not profit.
Future capital. Future cash flow.
What's the goal of finance? Use terminology or the expression that we talked about in the first chapter 1. Yes.
Maximize your assets.
It's not similar but not perfect.
Maximizing market value.
The firm value.
Yes, firm value and the maximize shareholders wealth, right? Right, very good. Yeah. The value of shareholders wealth and the firm value. It's another term. Firm value or market value of the firm, right? Firm value in the market, stock market. What else? Yeah, let's talk about all the expression. Same thing, but many different expressions. So the more important the term is, the more names we have. Firm value of the firm, market value of the firm, market value in the market. So the firm value in the market. What else? And the shareholders wealth. That's good. Yes.
What about market capital?
Yes, market capitalization, right? Yeah. Market capitalization, all the same thing. Yeah. How to calculate that? That thing. Shareholders value, firm value, or market capitalization. How to calculate? Price times number of shares, right? Yeah, price number of shares. In this case, we use only what? Everything is individual. We use individual, the stock price of individual. The price of the individual security, individual stock, and the individual dividend amount. Now everything is what? Aggregate. So this is a firm value or market capitalization. Market capitalization and the shareholders' wealth, firm value in the market, and the market value of the firm. Same thing. Present value of all the future cash flows. The same concept. Individual concept is an aggregate concept. So how to calculate this? Present value of all the future cash flows.
So
In this
what's
case-
the total payout? Yeah.
total payout divided by, right? Divided by, I didn't write actually that information. What is R? What is G? What's the R? 10%. Yeah. The cost of equity capital is 10%. Discount rate is 10%. Yeah. What's the growth rate? What's the growth rate of this the cash flow?
7.5.
7.5% growth rate. Yeah, same concept. So 10% minus 0.075. 0.075. So what is market capitalization?
17.
Total value.
17.2.
I'm sorry.
17.2.
17.2. What's the unit? Billion. Billion. $17.2 billion. That's the market capitalization. That is same amount as what? Individual stock price times number of shares. Same thing, right? And then third step is what?
Price per share.
Price per share. How to calculate that? Total market capitalization,
17.2.
number of shares, 217. That's it, right?
Ta-da!
Yes, that's it. How much is that?
79.
79,
26.
36,
No, 0.26.
0.26.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. 79.26. That's the price per share. Equivalent to what? This amount. Whatever the amount is. Price per share. Yeah, this is a growth rate before repurchase. So now we can calculate growth rate after repurchase. Yeah, we have a specific formula for this. Similar to this formula, but we can actually rewrite in terms of G. Yeah, isolate G, and we can come up with this. Or we can calculate growth rate after repurchase. What's the R? 10%. And a piece of 1. Do we have this information? Yeah. How much is this? How much that information? This information is given, right?
Yes, the earnings divided by number of shares. That's 100%.
We need to use this information actually. Look at this. Dividend is only 30% of this, right? So 30% of that is 30% of that, and divide by this. That gives the dividend per share.
Of the expected earnings?
Is yes, 860 million times 30%. So whatever it is, that divided by number of shares, that gives D sub 1. So how much is that?
$1.19.
Yeah, $19. And we just calculate the individual share price, 79.26, and the plus G is 7.5.
Plus G.
Yes, plus G, 0.075. then you're gonna have and oh no here right here.
That's what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
Use the wrong equation.
119, and the price is 79.26. Not this formula, because we're gonna calculate G, not R. And you're gonna have 8.5%. 0.085. 0.085. That's the growth rate after repurchase.
But you need wood and stone. I refuse to do that. I just refuse to put this in the lab. It's hard enough in a wood. To a bunch of it. There's people. I don't know, I just agree. There's people that feel it's 2 days to go. You only got 2 days? 4 builders. One all the buildings wrong. We've never building like this, looks a little more. The fourth one is building like that.
I pick 2-3 questions from your My Finance Lab quiz.
Ooh, yeah.
2-3 questions from your My Finance Lab quiz question.
No, it's due on.
And these 3 informations are explicitly given, and this information, this is not given actually, but implicitly given. And then price, what's the price? Yeah, that's the question. Okay, you have this information. Yeah, we talked about this question the last class, right? What example? So you need to practice those two questions. The one example we talked about last time.
You're gonna have to go like that.
Yeah. So pretend you have this question in your the final exam. So how are we gonna start?
Yeah. Timeline.
So you need to look at the bottom of your income statement, right? Earnings, dividends, and retained earnings. Yeah, how are you going to start
Go to timeline.
this business?
Timeline.
Timeline. Okay, very good. Timeline. First 2 years and the subsequent next 2 years, and then so on. Right? Like this. Yeah, your company can what? Pay out. Yeah. All the earnings as your dividend, 100%. That's first case, right? Retain. Oh no. In this case, retain earnings. Your company actually retain earnings, all the earnings for the next 2 years, 100%. So no dividends, right? But retain all the earnings for future investment. The second case, retain earnings for the next subsequent years, 2 years, 48%. So that means you're going to pay out, your company is going to pay out 52% as dividends, right? And then after 4 years, they're going to retain only 19%. So 81% as dividend? Yes, okay. And remember, one important thing is growth in earnings. Growth in dividends is the same as growth in earnings. If growth in earnings is 5%, growth in dividend also 5%, so on and so forth. So that information is very important too. Your earning is growing or not? So always growing, right? Your earning is growing. That's the important. Yeah, earning is growing. Then dividend is usually growing unless company actually retain. What else? The company can actually decide to retain all the earnings without paying out as dividends. That's another. Okay, let's talk about the earnings. What's the earnings next 1 year? What's the EPS? 2.657. 657. Then what? You need to automatically think of what? What's the piece of 2? Yeah, E sub 1 for the first year is that. What's the E sub 2? What's the earnings EPS for the next year? Second year. What's the EPS for the third year? You need to think about that. It's very complicated questions, right? Just like previous example. Then what? What you need to know to calculate E sub 2 and afterwards? Growth rate, right? Growth rate. The growth rate is not given here, right?
Yes.
But we can calculate. What's the formula for the growth rate? ROE, return on earnings, times retention rate, right? Retention rate. So in this case, 0.186 times 100%. Yeah, 100%. First year, right? Whatever the retention rate. We need to first 2 year, next 2 year. So next 2 year, the company's gonna retain 100%. So what's the growth rate for the second year? Growth rate for the second year. Oh, calculate. Yeah. 0.186 times 100%. So which is 1. So the growth rate is 0.186. It's very complicated. Then, so what's the E sub 2?
3.50.
Yeah, so 2.657 times this, right? What? Multiply what? 1.186. That is E sub 2. It's complicated, but not that much. Yeah, just algebra, simple multiplication. What is that? The E sub 2?
3.15.
3.15. That's E sub 2. EPS for the second year is $3.50. What's the growth rate for the third period? Same, right? Same. Growth rate is same. So 3.15 times 1.186. Same thing. So how much is E3?
3.74.
3.74. Thank you so much. Yeah, what about E sub 4? Retained earnings for the subsequent years, 48%. 48%. So how to calculate growth rate for the fourth period? Retention ROE is 18.6. 186 times 0.48, right? So 1 point. How to calculate that? ROE times growth rate, right? Yeah, growth rate is 48%. What's the 48%? 0.48. Yeah, this is G. Yeah, G during the fourth year. How much is that? 0.089. So 8.9%. 8.9%. So how to calculate that? E sub 3 times this, right? Right? E sub 3 times G. How much is that?
4.07.
4.07. That's the EPS, fourth year. So we calculate up to this much. And what's the E sub 5? Yeah, from year 5, the retention rate is 9% forever. I'm sorry, G is 0.186 times
81%.
0.19, right? Yeah, 0.19.
For 2 years, right?
I thought it was 40, subsequent
Huh?
years.
Oh, 2 years. I think.
No.
Oh, we use only one? Oh, okay. Sorry. 48. What's the growth rate?
8.9%.
8.9%, so
Yes.
0.08.
0.089.
Oh, it's, same, right? Same, yeah, same. So E sub 5 is E sub 4. E sub 4 times G. So how much is that?
4.44.
4. Okay. Wow. So from year 2, the retention rate is 19%. Whatever. So G is 0.186 times 19. So how much is the growth rate?
0.035.
0.035. Okay. So growth rate is 3.5%. So E sub 6 is E sub 5, which is this, times growth rate. Well, 1 plus G, actually, right? 1 plus G. So how much is that? 4 point? 4 point? Actually not G, 1 plus G, right? What's the E sub 6? EPS 6.
I think it's 4.6.
4.6, 60 cents, right? All right, okay. And then we don't need to calculate after this, right? Because the growth rate should be the same. Should be the same, so we don't need to calculate. Yeah, from 6. So that means what? We need to, we can use the important message here. Important message here. The growth rate is the same, constant. Then we can use what? Constant growth rate, constant growth model. Right? Now we can use constant growth model. Very important, right? Whatever the dividend is, R minus G. Now we can use this. From what? This point, right? So that means we can calculate the stock price at this time. Stock price, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? Yeah, we can calculate this. And what's the formula? D sub 1. This is very important. Yeah, we can calculate stock price at the end of the 5th year. And the formula is this. And the important thing is this information, right? D6. At the end of the 5th year, what's the cash flow you expect to receive next year? D sub 6, right? Not D sub 5, not D sub 7. D sub 6. And R minus G. Well, we need to calculate that. So far we talked about what? Earnings. Earnings. Yeah. What about dividends? Dividend information. What about dividend information? How much they pay out as dividends? So we, where is that information? Yeah, what does that mean? This means no dividends, right? Yeah, dividend rate equals 0. That's what this means. Retention rate is 100%. Dividend payout ratio is 0. What about this? 52%. Yeah, 81%. Okay. So this means 0, right? Dividend equals 0. D sub 2 equals also 0. And D sub 3 also 0, right? What about D sub 4? Yeah, what's the dividend payout ratio? D equals 52%. D equals 52%. So in this case, D equals 81%. 81%. So this of 1 equals 0, this of 2 equals this of 3. What about this of 4? How much is the earnings? This is the total earnings, right? EPS. EPS and the dividend payout ratio is 52. So how much is the dividend during the year 4? Yeah, this times this, right? EPS times dividend payout ratio. 2.12. 2.12 dollars. What about piece of 4? Piece of 5, sorry. And EPS is EPS times dividend payout ratio, 52%. How much? 2.22, more than 2.22 because 52%, right? It's 4.44, so more than 50%. So 2.25 maybe?
2.31.
Oh, 31, okay, thank you. 2.31. Yeah, what about this of 6? That's, we're gonna use this formula, this of 6. EPS is 460 times 81%.
3.73.
$3.73. That's this of 6. Okay, the stock price at the end of the 5th year is 373, or what's the R? 10.101, right? Minus G. What's the G here? Here, right? G. Whatever. Constant growth. 0.035. So how much is this? $56, 52. Double check, please. Yeah. Second opinion. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So that's stock price at the end of 5th year. So now the question is this, right? What's the stock price? What's the intrinsic value of this stock at this point? At this point. So piece of 0 equals present value of all the future cash flows. All the future cash flows. What's the first year? 0, right? Second year, 0. No cash flow. So we use only dividends. Third year, also no. 5th year, yes.
Right.
Why do you don't pay dividend on the 3rd year, just the first 2 years?
What about the first year? That's a good point. What about the next year? Next year.
Isn't that year 1?
Yeah, year 1, right.
But why is it 0?
Yeah, this is what earning per share you expect to receive, you estimate for the first year. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I was going to talk about after we calculate this. Very good. Yeah. This is EPS 1, not EPS 0. This is not past information. This information is expected value or future value. unknown value, but we can actually estimate. Year 1. Yeah, look at the your example we talked about last time. We're just gonna compare. Yeah, we're just gonna compare with this question and the previous example question. Example 7.5. Yeah, read this. So what's the important information here? EPS. Okay, second, third sentence, right? Third sentence. Four. Earnings were $2 per share this year. This past year. The last information, the example. That's EPS. That's EPS 0. That's past information. $2. That's at this time. At this time. But in this case, this EPS is what we expect. This EPS for the first year, for the next year. What about the dividend information? This is year 0. I mean the previous case, $2. In this case, year 0, and we estimate EPS 1, EPS 2. But in this case, this company expects earnings this year for 59 per share, and it plans to pay $2.44. This question? Oh no, not this question. I'm sorry. This question. Is that right? Yes. The company expects to have earnings this coming year $2.657 per share, and the company plans to retain all of the earnings for the next 2 years. All of the earnings for the next 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then we need to move. We need to shift each information.
Yeah.
Read the question closely.
This is better than next year.
I think we need to move this information
Yeah, so
year, 1 year.
We just can erase D1 and replace D2 with D1, D3 with D2.
That's actually the correct move. 1.86 times 100%, right?
I can save you time.
You do it before the first year.
What?
Professor.
Huh?
You can save time. Instead of writing all that stuff over, change the 1 to 0, E0, then make E2, E1, and it'll be fine. Just change it, it's so much easier, bro.
You mean this is same?
No, what I'm saying is instead, okay, you go.
I'm annoyed.
Miguel, go up and do it. Basically what I'm saying is this. You go. Basically make this E0 instead, and make this E1, and you're fine. It'll do the same thing. So E0.
What's the one? 0?
Then 1.
And 1?
And then make that one 2, and 3 and 4, and you're good.
No. This one? No, this represents actually what? The year. First year.
That's our base beginning price.
First year.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, the
Oh,
first year, we're supposed to have.
Rather than this,
Holy shit.
we can actually recalculate the growth rate.
But don't you calculate it after the first
Calculate.
year?
So first 2 years, 100%, right?
Yes.
First 2 years, 100%. And then third year,
For the next 2 years.
Is it first two or next two?
yeah,
So the first,
Yeah.
so the first and after,
Should we use
the
two
first
years?
year.
I think we can interpret these 2 years.
I agree.
I don't.
I think so. Otherwise, otherwise we don't have any information for the dividends for the first year. This coming year. Yeah, what's the G? Same. First 2 years 100%. Next 2 years 48%. 1.4. 186 times 48%, right? 48%. What's the growth rate? 089. Oh, we just need to correct this, right? Yeah, we just need to correct this. So not 48%, what? 19, right?
Sorry,
19, right? 19%.
No, we
Huh?
Yeah, 19.
Yeah, 19. What's the growth rate?
1035.
1035. Okay, so we don't need this, right? Because same.
Yeah.
0.035. Same. Right? Growth rate is same. So then what? We need to we need to calculate price at this time, right? Piece of 4, right? Yeah. From the fifth year, the growth rate is constant. Yeah. So rather than the fifth year, we need to calculate actually at the fifth year and the fourth year. So what's the formula? This of what? 5, right? This of 5.
It's the same numbers.
Yeah, this of 5.
Yes.
And R minus G.
Yes.
So
Oh.
what's the this of 5?
3.673.
What's the this of 5? This of 5 is 2.31. Yeah.
No. That's
Do we need to change?
3.25.
Yeah, first 2 years 0, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about third year? 52.
2.2, yeah.
52.
Yeah, you got
52. So how much?
Just shift everything to the left.
Yeah, I know. Let's correct.
3.12.
Huh?
The EBIT value.
Yeah, this times this, right?
No, that's change.
That's wrong.
This
That's
one?
wrong.
Yeah.
That 3 is wrong. 3.15 to 1.089, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 1.089.
Just skip it to 0.
0.89.
It would be
0.89.
Let's just start over.
Let's go over. Yeah. 0.89.
That's right.
0.89. 1.089. Because the growth rate is 1.89.
Calculate.
Don't give us this question, don't make sense. Yeah. 0.89.
I know what it's doing. I know what it's
Good job.
0.9, right?
The answer is 3.43.
So how much is this?
No, the earnings E3 is 3.43, not 3.7.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
How much?
3.43.
Again. 3,
3.43.
4, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 4, 3.
So that's,
Yeah, what's the this of 3?
That sounds what, 48%?
Yeah, this, right?
52%.
Yeah, 52%.
So 4.43 times 50.
Yeah. How much?
1.878.
1.78. Okay, what's the this of 4? And the 52%, same. And same, right? Same.
4.7 gotta be wrong. Yeah, take that out.
Professor, D3 would be 2.12.
This one?
Yes, 2.12. Because we just shifted D4 to D3, so it would be pretty much the same numbers. We're just erasing 1 year zero.
Just recalculate. Please don't say shift. Yeah, we just correct. Yeah, just recalculate. Yeah, recalculate.
Alright, what are the numbers?
Yeah.
That's 3.74.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that's 3.74.
So wait, what was the number that's before?
7.4. And what's the diesel for?
No, it's the same number, but we're just calculating the difference.
This times this, right?
Yes, I have it.
Yeah, this times this. How much? Yeah, how much this?
That was going to be 6. That was
1.94. Okay. And one more. One more. Diesel 5.
That one is.
What percent? 90% same. It's same, right? This is correct. This one correct.
No, Professor.
90%.
3.87. No, that's right. The one.
He's saying which one? This one?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
3.87.
3.87. So earning times EPS times dividend payout ratio. How much is this? $3.14. So we don't need to calculate others. No. Right? That's too much. That's it. Yeah. So what's the diesel 5? Yeah, what's the diesel 5? 314 and 101 minus 0.0. What's the growth rate? 0.35, right?
47.
47.
58.
58. All right. Thank you.
That's awesome.
So okay. First 2 years 0, and the third year 1.78 over what? 1 plus what? 1 plus R, right? 1 plus R. Just present value, right? Yeah. What's the R? What's the R?
101.
101. What's the fourth? 1.94 by 1.101. What's the power?
Second.
Discount how many years? 1, 2, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 3. What about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this, right? Plus 47, 58 over 1.01 and what? What's the power? 405. 405. We calculate what? Diesel 4 means what? 1, 2, 3, 4 at this time, right? Yeah, we calculate stock price at this time. Because what? Growth rate after this is same, constant. Right? Yeah, growth rate is constant. So what is the power? 4. Right? Oh, we just need to calculate this.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Extra credit. Excellent. Yeah, no extra but excellent.
Can you do it again on Thursday?
Huh?
Can you do it again on Thursday?
No?
Another one, yeah.
Another one?
On Thursday.
Just repeat.
Yeah.
Just repeat.
Okay.
For yourself, by yourself. Yeah, by yourself. That's okay. Yeah, just try. Yeah. So one more time.
Is this blackboard? Blackboard?